What's up guys, Eric from BeatSonic here. You may have seen it before. We did a video on this at the SEMA show, and we also shot some video on this car installing our Encore X. And this car was also featured in our booth last year at Toyota Fest. Okay, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Eric.
All right, Aaron. What is your name, Aaron?
Okay, yeah, my name's Aaron. This is my 2023 Toyota GR86.
Nice. Can you tell me some special things about your car as in the stock form when you first bought it, what trim it is, why you bought it, and some interesting background about you and the GR86?
Let's see, so this is a base model. I think Toyota has this car in two trims. One is the base and one is the premium. At the time during COVID, it really was whatever you could get your hands on first because the car was in such high demand. Really, like if you don't get it, someone else is gonna get it. So I just wanted this car because I wanted to try learning how to drive manual, and this is probably like the best platform to start learning on. A lot of people said it was a fun drive and just good car to have right straight out of the dealership. So yeah, I was just happy with this car. It was fun learning it, learning a manual transmission. Prior to getting the car, I probably had like 3 hours of experience before I rode up to the dealership to get the car. So
I know it's wrapped right now. What is the original color of this car?
The original color of the car actually is just the Raven Black. Sometimes you might see blue, but I got a salvage trunk so that I could drill it. So I have a blue trunk, but
nice.
Yeah. It's actually a black car.
You kind of told us that you got a manual. It's your first manual. So what got you to try a manual vehicle, being that it's your first manual?
A lot of people said that like manual cars are a lot more fun, and I consider myself kind of like a driver too. I love cars. Cars have always been a part of my life. I started playing Gran Turismo at a young age, and then when sim rigs started coming out, I kind of got into it, but every time I'd play it, I'd be like stalling, right? I'd be stalling in the game, like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm shifting gears. I was like, oh crap, there's a clutch. So I was like, okay, you gotta do all this. And then like once you started getting into it, I was like, okay, this is how a car actually works. It's kind of cool, right? And then when I started sitting in my friend's car, Mitch, road driven, I was just sitting there and I was watching him drive, and I was like, this is kind of cool. And like, you're really in control of the car in every gear, and like, you know, you're really in tune with the car. And then top it off, like if you grew up watching Initial D, you can see Takumi doing heel toe shifting, and you're like, oh, that's really sick, you know? Of course you can't do that right when you get the car, but yeah, it's cool. I think just driving manual cars is just cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
so living in LA, you daily drive this car. Has it been any inconvenience having a manual vehicle?
Yeah, granted my daily commute is going towards the LAX direction. Every day my commute should only be 27 miles, which is give or take 30 minutes without traffic. It usually takes me 90 minutes to get to work.
Wow.
And
it's a commute.
Yeah, usually sitting on first and second gear the entire time. So it sucks, yeah. It's quite the inconvenience.
It's worth it because it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun when you're not on second gear only.
I like that.
Yeah.
And looking at your car, and I've seen it many times before, but you have a lot of parts on here. It looks really cool. I mean, I think there's some changes been done after SEMA too, it seems like. So you want to talk about your modifications?
Okay, yeah. I mean, to start off the top, I think the most obvious thing would be, I mentioned my base color was black, but now it's covered in the Nositech Frozen Matte Moonlight. It's a satin whitish color with a slight blue tint to it. It's pretty subtle, but the satin finish is really cool. I really like it. It's easy to take care of, but it's also kind of hard to take care of at the same time. One of the favorite things from the front would definitely be the Alpha X headlights. They kind of changed my driving experience a lot. It's really bright compared to factory, and it helps me because I'm pretty blind at night. I think one of the first parts I actually ordered for myself was this Blitz front lip. I felt like the car was missing a fog light, and we didn't really have any aftermarket options for that. Only the BRZ did. And this Blitz lip actually had a slight LED bar that kind of filled that gap and made it like a pseudo fog light.
And I see it down there.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
You know, I've never seen another Blitz front lip other than your car.
I think
up till now,
I might be the only one still. Yeah, I have yet to see someone else rock it.
It's pretty cool.
I know of some people in Japan, but not here.
Yeah. And Blitz, I mean, they've been around for such a long time, but I feel like after the whole financial crisis, where a lot of these Japanese parts manufacturers they got affected. Blitz is one of those companies that never really came back to the US afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to see Blitz parts here in the US, and just to see that, you know, there's people like Aaron who still rep them and use their products. I mean, pretty cool.
Go to the side. Oh, also to top off, forgot to mention I also have the Avon hood. It's the TS style hood. Previously, it was for SEMA, it was wrapped in white, but I had a rock chipping, so I had GSWF come out and help me with a PPF job. So I chose a satin finish to match the rest of the car. So it kind of looks like dry carbon now. That's mainly it for the front side. Now coming to the side, for this car, a lot of people say you don't really need crazy brakes or anything. Just out of the box, you just need some better pads and some steel brake lines and you're ready to hit the track. But for me, aesthetics were pretty important. So I went with the Gen 1 Brembo calipers that I got powder coated in a Tiffany blue color. And then with DBA rotors. And then for the wheels, these were my dream wheels when I got the car. I actually wanted these wheels before I even had the car. Thankfully, Eric got me in touch with Mackin, and they actually helped me out with the SEMA sponsorship to get, instead of raised ZE40s and matte gunmetal blue.
When you call them Gen 1, is it like a universal application that you fit it on with brackets, or is it made for this vehicle?
It was made for the first gen FRS. GT86.
Oh, first gen FRS. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, with that, it's basically plug and play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
On the sides, I have some TRD bits, like a fender garnish, and then there's a wind buffeting, a small, very small wind buffeting, pretty hidden. Not many people have it. It's this tiny wind.
And that's from TRD?
Yeah, it's also TRD. So that's one TRD bit. I have...
Gives you a little downforce?
I don't know about downforce, but it's for sound buffeting, I think. Yeah, that's a TRD piece. This is a TRD piece. And then I have two more in the rear.
And these fender things, it's actually functional. There's air coming through here. It's pretty neat.
Yep, it is a functional vent. Prior to SEMA, two of the parts I already had on the car were the Blitz and the Exceed side skirts. They probably were like my favorite at the time. I was trying to make them cohesive, so a friend and I came up and like decided to just wrap the fin on the Exceed side skirt kind of to match the Blitz in the front. And I think it went pretty well together. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Going towards the back side, I guess the biggest thing here would be this Sard wing right here. Yeah, my goal for this car really was to have as many authentic JDM parts as possible, mainly just because when I first built my previous car, the Lexus IS250, I think I was a poor college student, so I really just picked what I could find at the time. And now that I have big boy money, I guess, I decided to buy authentic parts. And it really pays off because when you install them, they're really just built to fit. Like there's not much trimming, no cutting, anything you have to do. So yeah, it's really plug and play.
You have these little fins here?
Yeah, so that fin right there is also another TRD piece. I think those add aero. Yeah, but I thought they were pretty cool and I really wanted to have them too, so.
And these are TRD Japan, right?
TRD Japan.
They don't have it in TRD USA though.
Yeah,
they don't
not
have
TRD
these parts.
USA. Yeah. The other TRD piece I have is this diffuser right here. When I first saw the GR86, I was actually not a fan of it when it first released until I saw the TRD kit for the car. And the TRD kit had quad exhaust with this diffuser. And when I saw that, I was like, oh crap, I need that setup. Originally, I was supposed to have this for SEMA, but due to lead times, I guess, I couldn't make it in for SEMA. It came in like right after SEMA ended. So yeah, prior to this, I had a TRD garnish that worked with the factory bumper that you have to cut out a hole bigger so that I could fit the quad.
You know, this TRD diffuser in the rear, it's really closely resembles the FRS.
Right.
The TRD kit,
yeah,
the Toyota 86.
Series 1. Yep.
Yeah. I noticed.
I think they try to keep the same design language and carry it over. And for the rest of the rear, I have the remainder of the Alpha X suite. I have the tail lights, the light bar, and the third brake light. And I chose the clear lens because I previously had the smoked ones and I think I was getting tired of smoked lens. So I went for a clear. And they work pretty well with this color, so.
You got some Apex C exhaust.
Yeah, so this was probably like the one thing I couldn't compromise from my build. I needed something that had to be quad exhaust. That's something I had to have.
Especially with your long commute.
It helped because then previously I had the Borla exhaust, and then for my daily commute, it was nice, but it was pretty drony. Like, I mean, it wasn't even that drony, but when you're sitting in the car 90 minutes every morning at like 8 a.m., it's kind of loud. So this changed it up for me, and I can still have a lot of fun with it.
Should we check out the inside?
Yeah, sure. Let's check out the inside. Okay, I guess on the inside. Fun fact, blue is not my favorite color. Yeah, but my interior is mostly blue. My favorite color is green, but green parts are pretty hard to find. I'm not gonna lie. Not many people like green, and it's just too hard to get things in green. So blue is the second color I guess I really like. So yeah, I decided to go with blue. So originally these door cards had a black finish, but I came to find that they get pretty dirty pretty easily. So I decided to change it up, and then I just kind of used this like fake Alcantara suede and just filled it in and covered it up. I know the JDM door cards and the Truno trim comes in red, so that's pretty cool. So I tried to copy that and just make it blue.
It feels pretty real to me.
And then, so I did those first, and then coincidentally, at one of the AT230 meets, I met with Lot USA, which distributes Brid seats. And I spoke with him about like my SEMA project, and he came to reach out to me, and he was like, yeah, send me a proposal and we could work something out. So he gave me a sponsorship opportunity to select the seat I wanted to showcase at SEMA, and just so happens they were debuting these new seats. These are the Brid Dradia 3s, and I believe the trim was called Reims. This one was special because it had the blue stitching and blue bits all around the seat. I think it comes in 3 colors. There's a red one that's similar and a black one. Black or white, I can't remember. When I saw the seat, I was like, this is perfect. It works out for me so well.
It's a little bit wider too, right?
It's a little bit wider.
Yeah, and it reclines. Makes it very dailyable.
Yeah, although I've probably never reclined it. Another fun piece I have is this JQ Works steering wheel. This steering wheel was like, I never thought I'd get a steering wheel because when I daily the car, right, and there goes your airbag. But when I got this, I was like, God, the car feels like a sim rig now. It really feels like you're driving a tour car after you get bucket seats and a steering wheel. This thing's awesome because like all your factory controls, you can just, it's all right there. You don't have to do any additions. And then my favorite part about this actually is like something no one can see actually. Everything is plug and play. You don't splice any wires, no OEM harnesses. Yeah, the guys at JQ Works did a really good job designing this. Because one thing I hate the most about like aftermarket parts is splicing OEM wires. Yeah, and this, you don't have to splice anything.
That's super nice. So all the circuits, all the connections are right here, and it interfaces with the factory steering wheel column to retain all these controls. Yeah, feels really nice.
Yeah, they're known to have like the most, like even their paddle shifters are really clicky and tactile. So it's like a lot of people say they like the feeling of it.
Does it come with the quick release, or did you have to get this separately?
Everything is part of the JQ Works hub.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Even that side, the hub side?
Yep.
Everything?
Yep.
Okay.
It's all part
that
of
makes
the
it very
JQ Works
easy, because sometimes when you're trying to put it yourself, it's like you have to mix match, and sometimes, you know, the length and the thickness, you have to measure everything, but if it's all brainless, you know, they did all the research for you, possibly could save you hours of doing a lot of research and test fitting. So that makes it very, very convenient. Sweet. And you have it combined with some Greddy steering wheel?
Yeah, originally I picked this wheel because, well, one, I like collecting things, and this one's I think out of 400, there's only 400 units, I think.
Oh, wow.
I think I have on the back, well, the hub kind of covers it, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something out of 400. I think it's like 190 or 6 or something. But yeah, I picked this one originally because I thought the blue would match the interior, but it's not even close.
So every time you park your car, do you take the steering wheel with you?
I don't, because, well, I usually try, like if I'm parking and going out to eat somewhere, I don't feel that's like quite safe. I usually just leave it in the hub and try to get out of the car. But when I'm at work, I just take it out and toss it on my driver's passenger seat. Yeah. Some other last touches I have in there, it would be the Shiftpower Throttle Controller. That one's changed my daily commute quite a bit because shifting from first to second is pretty laggy on this car. And having that helps it a lot, like a lot. One of the things that helped me a lot on this car when I first started learning to drive manual was actually a shift knob. My friend Aaron at Ascend Racing makes a shift knob that's weighted, and that kind of helped me just shift, because when I first started, I didn't feel like I was pushing it into gear enough, but then the weighted shift knob actually helped me push it into the gear for me. So I didn't have to do as much work. That helped me a lot when I started learning. Oh yeah, sound upgrade. I mean, the BeatSocial amp really helped a lot. Sometimes when I'm late for work, I take meetings on the go, and prior to like having an amp, it's just really hard to hear like phone calls, especially Zoom. I would have to crank up to like, I don't know, like 30 something, right? So now I'm always around like 15, like volume wise. So that helps so much, yeah.
So Aaron, you want to have a listen?
Yeah.
Or can I have a listen?
Yeah,
so
sure.
Aaron, can I have a listen?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do this. So do you have any subwoofers or speakers that you changed along with this amplifier?
With this amp? No, I'm still using the factory.
Nice. Okay, cool. Knowing that it's just all factory speakers, and factory speakers are not always the best, so it's pretty impressive to
Yeah.
hear how
More output you can get
Yes.
with an amp. Yeah.
installing this amplifier. What are some things that you changed or you noticed just for your daily driving and your experience in your vehicle?
Yeah, as far as daily driving goes, like I mentioned briefly earlier, like I do take meetings in the car quite a few times a day during my commute throughout the week. And with the amp, it really helped a lot because I can actually hear a lot more clear. There's a lot of road noise in this car. It's pretty bare bones, like aluminum and everything. So you can't really, there's really no sound insulation, right? So what you hear outside is pretty much what you hear inside too. So with an amp, that boosted the clarity a lot, and then the output was a lot better too. And I like listening to my music loud, so I do always crank it up. But with the factory system, I was like, I don't know, I got it to like up to 30 or something, and I was like, it's not enough because like I'm not, like all the notes I wanted to hear, all the mids and the highs, I couldn't hear them all, right? Like, and there's no bass at all, so
You get a lot of distortion too once you get up there.
Once you're up there, because those factory speakers weren't meant to output that high.
Yes.
I think. Yeah. So with an amp, kind of helped to fix a lot of those issues.
Okay. So, given your experience with the amplifier, do you recommend this for other people?
Oh, definitely. It's probably one of the first ones you should have, especially if you daily drive the car.
All right. So, for your shift power here, what mode do you usually drive it on?
I usually drive it on eco mode.
Eco mode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You want trying to save some gas?
It's been a game with this car because
Yeah.
I mean all I do is drive it to work every morning,
Yeah.
right? I've been trying to get it to at least 26 mpg.
Nice.
And I just actually hit that this week. So.
Oh, okay.
And I
So,
think
do you think that it helped with the
I
echo
think
mode?
so. Yeah. It does help a lot.
What's like the best you got before using the echo mode?
It could be like 25.3, the low 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got like one more MPG out of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Milk
hey.
one more MPG out of it. Yeah.
Hey, any little helps right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gas is pretty crazy right now. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sweet. Cool. Should we go for a drive?
Yeah. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Let's do it. All right, Aaron. So while you're driving with the Shiftpower Throttle Response Controller, what kind of difference do you feel in your driving experience?
Yeah, so the most primary thing to note is really this car is known for like crazy lag shifting from first to second gear. And with the Shiftpower Throttle Controller in linear mode, I was able to get it to kind of like negate all of that lag. Yeah, and that helps a lot because whenever when you're sitting in traffic all day and all you're doing is shifting from first to second, you know, it helps so much. So yeah, that's the most notable thing.
Especially with like the GR86, I feel like the tune is to get into a power band, you do have to rev the RPMs a little bit higher.
Right.
So when you're on the lower side, like the lower RPM size, it takes a little bit more acceleration for the car to pick up. And yeah, I could see that how it could help in that situation or
Right.
everyday driving. So for the installation, what would you say is like the main benefactor in installing the Shiftpower Throttle Controller yourself?
Yeah, I mean it's really plug and play. You pick where. I think you spend more time choosing where you want to put it than you actually install it. Because I mean, I think it took like literally less than 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes just to install it, and really it was just plug and play. Yeah.
So do you think others should get Shiftpower as well?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. I mean, to help with that lag, it's kind of a no-brainer. I think.
There's even anti-theft mode, so you could even immobilize your car. Today you have your car parked at an airport for a few days, you're going somewhere, you turn on the lock function, which immobilizes your car. If a thief gets in, turns on your engine, they won't be able to drive off with it because their acceleration pedal is not going to work. And when you're valeting your car, if you're concerned that your valet driver may go for a joyride or push the acceleration or do some peel outs, then you can also put the valet mode. It'll only give him just enough acceleration for him to drive around the parking lot, and you could adjust and control that as well. You can adjust it in 4 different modes: dynamic, sport, super sport, race. And if you want something in between, you can use your finger, drag it in 1% increments and get it just where you want it. Well, that was it, guys. Got some good insights from Aaron here. Really appreciate your time, letting us get to know you and also your vehicle and how you're able to enjoy our products in your everyday life. And it's great to know our customers and how they are utilizing our products on their everyday life, how it's affecting them, and get some good feedback with us so that we can always improve and strive for better customer service. All right, and for you viewers out there, if you own and experience BeatSonic products, if you'd like to share your thoughts and your experience with our product, we love to hear. Shoot us an email, info@beatsonicusa.com, or drop a line below. You can DM us as well, and let's talk. Maybe you'll be the next person on our BeatSocial. Thank you very much, and see you guys in the next video.
See ya.